By the early 1960s, a growing advertising market was getting bigger and bigger still in America. Media observers called it the youth market. They said tens of millions of young people, teenagers and preteens between the ages of 12 and 17, now had $500 million to spend on soft drinks, health and beauty aids, clothing, fast food, and entertainment. Likewise, their parents became targets for advertising messages too, for easy credit, cars, tires, batteries, and accessories, homes, beer, travel, and fast food. Savvy radio station operators cozied up to this apparent windfall with carefully crafted programming strategies to attract youth market tune-in. In this presentation, you will hear excerpts from an actual mid-1960s broadcast of The Johnny Rabbitt Show, as heard nightly from 7 p.m. to 12 midnight on KXOK, AM 630 in St. Louis, Missouri, then owned and operated by the Storrs Broadcasting Company, which a decade earlier had created the widely imitated Top 40 radio format. As you listen, pay close attention to the manner in which the program's host pulls together his listeners, the advertised products, his own personality, and that of his falsetto-voiced alter ego, Bruno J. Grunion. All of this without alienating himself or the Johnny Rabbitt Show image from KXOK's general audience programming.
Look, Rab.
Look, Bruno, look at your hair. All greasy.
What?
Check yourself, you know.
Well,
Look at this hair. Look at the grease on there.
There are lots of things you can do. There's lots of tricks. You can come on strong about it and, well, make some jokes.
Get tackled, Joe. Help yourself.
Stephen V. Stevens with sports of the day. In the NBA, Cincinnati defeated New York 132-125 and Boston downed Detroit 112-105. It's announced today the Cassius Clay Ernie Terrell heavyweight title fight in Houston, February 6th, will be telecast live to Europe and Asia using both communication satellites simultaneously. KXOK's Basketball All-Stars play next at Holman Junior High School Friday night. That's it from the world of sports. Remember,
all the good sports are on KXOK. Make it or break it on KXOK St. Louis.
With Johnny Rabbitt, 33 degrees, 23 minutes after 9 p.m.
what is it, Rab?
My sweet baby, Rishetta Osborne on KXOK, Forest 18200, Express 75965, Forest 76000. Make it or break it, St. Louis. KXOK, 7 minutes after 9 p.m.
What do you know? What do you say? What are you gonna tell to Kay? What's the latest hullabaloo? KXOK's got the answers for you.
Blab it to the rabbit at 4760000. Kathy wants to go on the last train to Clarksville with Dennis.
Hi to Mrs. Rackers in Jeff City.
Judy says I'm a believer to Tom.
Blue devils from Northwest High.
Oh.
They're as sharp as a tack. In navy blue and silver gray, we're gonna send a cheer right back to KXOK St. Louis. Yay, Blue Devils!
Oh, Rab.
From Northwest High, we need a flyer to shoot down the Red Baron.
The Moody Blues want to work it out.
It's a better world now. Coca-Cola, go Captain, go Captain, go.
Johnny Rabbitt Show.
KXOK.
Oh, Rab.
It's number 4.
Monday.
After these youngsters retired for the night, their radio dials were preset to KXOK, only to be turned on the following morning by moms and dads and their teenagers as they readied themselves for another day. Thus, a measurable increase in KXOK's ratings occurred. Another development that greatly increased the reach and listenership of radio was the Alkaline Battery, first manufactured by the Ever Ready Battery division of Union Carbide. wrote the Kansas City Star in its August 26, 1999 edition, quote, "By the early 1960s, the Alkaline was changing the way we lived," unquote. It replaced the conventional carbon-zinc battery, greatly extending battery life in transistor radios. The name Johnny Rabbitt was copyrighted by KXOK. It was the creation of Bud W. Connell, the station's operations director, whose ideas, under his contract with the store's broadcasting company, became the property of the company. The most celebrated of the two Johnny Rabbitts was the second one, Don Pietro Monaco, formerly of KRIZ in Phoenix, Arizona. He became the definitive Johnny Rabbitt, hosting the show for 5 years. He may be remembered by post-World War II moviegoers as Little Beaver in the serialized film adventures of Red Ryder, often seen during that era in movie theaters across America. KXOK program director Ray Otis discovered Don, bringing him to St. Louis in mid-1964. While Don Pietro Monaco's falsetto voice and alter ego character Bruno J. Grunion belonged to Don, the Johnny Rabbitt Show belonged to KXOK. It became a top revenue producer for the store's broadcasting company, then one of the most profitable privately held independent radio groups in the United States. And Bruno J. Grunion became every teenager's anti-hero because he dared to talk back to his creator. Johnny Rabbitt was their hero. This Johnny Rabbitt knew how to play his audience.
All right, well, that's out in the boondocks.
That's it. Down in the boondocks, and we purposefully detained the details to the Beetle contest because we want everyone to get it and we're running out of time.
Oh, why?
No, that's the truth, Bruno J.
KXOK St. Louis.
85 degrees.
To the west.
Right after the next record, details on the Beatles' surprise and how you can accompany me.
Oh, big deal.
Stop it, Boone. You're going to end up in that vat of chocolate pudding in the back room. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I should have known better with a girl like you, that I would love everything that you do. And I do. Hey, hey, hey. And I do.
15 days from today.
You mean?
Yes, Bruno J.
Oh!
You could be one of the lucky Johnny Rabbitt Army members who will be able to accompany
The rabbit.
or Johnny Rabbitt to Chicago's Comiskey Park and see John, Paul, Ringo, and George in person. Starting this Monday. That's your Beatles. What are you doing?
I want to hold your hand, Rap.
No, Bruno. Yeah, cut it out. Bruno, you're not going.
Oh, Rap.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you something. I think you'll understand. When I say that something, I want to hold your hand.
It was KXOK that dared to bring together every major St. Louis department store group as participating advertisers on the Johnny Rabbitt Show, each with their own earmark. Don handled each of them perfectly. Using the voices of KXOK's Keith Morris and William A. Hopkins, Scruggs Vandervert bought the idea of the KXOK Pick Hit of the Week in its copywriting approach to promote their latest in trendy clothing.
Vandervert's Inset Shop is so in, it's out of sight.
From Vandervert's, the Pick Hit of the Week on KXOK.
Friendly.
Right.
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 If you don't want me, baby, if you're not satisfied, if you don't care, get on your horse and ride.
Styx Barron Fuller bought a regularly scheduled Saturday mid-morning remote broadcast starring Johnny Rabbitt and originating from one of its several St. Louis locations. He was mobbed.
Currently from Radio Park, 33 KXOK degrees.
Blues Magoos will be at Styx Barron Fuller
Yeah.
Saturday morning at
Saturday
that
morning.
place.
That's right, Boone. My show.
Nobody will even know you're there.
Boone, you
Except for your ears, you
little fink.
And mass merchandisers at Famous Bar hired Delcia Devon, a 19-year-old model and voiceover talent whose British persona was a perfect match for Famous's line of youth market clothing and cosmetics. She was the timely choice for Famous Bar, the Johnny Rabbitt Show, and the Beatles' mid-1960s British invasion of the American pop music scene. The St. Louis department store's use of KXOK to reach this important youth market was a carefully orchestrated strategy conducted by KXOK's local sales manager, Jim Irwin. It became a model for radio operators intent on moving department store advertising budgets off the pages of newspapers and onto their airwaves.
This is the sound of Rabbit Power.
The marriage of KXOK general audience participation programming, youth market advertisers, Johnny Rabbitt and Bruno, and listener participation was not only a careful balancing act on KXOK, it helped to set the tone of radio broadcasting in St. Louis during the 1960s.
Johnny Rabbitt presents Win a Date with Bruno J. from KXOK. On this evening of evenings, you will ride in luxury in Bruno's chauffeured limousine. You will be escorted to dinner at the world-famous Cheshire Inn, where you will dine in elegance. After dinner, Bruno will escort you to see the award-winning motion picture Camelot at the Esquire Theater. And after the theater, a special treat. Bruno has arranged for you two to visit his favorite, the most exclusive coffee house in mid-America, Cyrano's at Clayton and DeMunn, for that after-theater snack. From there, you will be escorted to your doorstep.
Oh, goody.
Granny, by that gentleman of gentlemen,
Yeah.
Bruno J. Grunion.
As KXOK's celebrated Johnny Rabbitt from 1964 through 1968, Don Pietro Monaco's passing at the age of 61 in 1997 left for us a side-splitting audio history of his tongue-in-cheek brand of media mischief. Today's kids could use some of his comedy relief.
That's mine. It's mine. Yeah, it's my turn. Oh, okay. You stay right there. Nope. Yeah, right. Well, I can't wait. Hello.
Special delivery sock-it-to-me-gram for Bruno J. Grunion.
That's me. Sock it to me. Oh, great. Where do I sign?
Right here.
Oh, my. Hold it a little closer to me.
Such a pity. Just a boy.
Okay, there you are. Now I'm ready. What is a sock-it-to-me-gram?
Well, it's like a telegram, only here.
This short presentation provided examples of the Johnny Rabbitt Show, as recorded between 1966 and 1967 on KXOK in St. Louis, one of the 6 store's radio stations. We hope you have enjoyed hearing it. From Chapman Recording Studios in Kansas City, Missouri, I'm Richard Fatherley. When you're next in St. Louis, remember,
KXOK helps the week go fast, makes the weekend last and last.
Back home, it's
WHB
in Kansas City. And thank you for having listened to us, wherever you are.